submission and copy of the eligibility requirements for the procurement of goods under Section 52 of RA 12009, otherwise known as the New Government Procurement Act, and implementing rules and regulation for the following consultancy projects. We have first is contract ID number 25CS-F004, consulting services for the conduct of initial environmental examination or IEE for the pilot project in Albay for the project for capacity development and cost engineering for disaster resiliency Republic of the Philippines. Second is 25CS-F005, consulting services for the Geohazard assessment and Geological and Geotechnical investigation for the proposed bridge, building facility and smoke protection projects in Region 5. And lastly is 26CS-F002, consulting services for the conduct of feasibility studies, preliminary and legal engineering, economic analysis, technical studies, traffic impact assessment, junctions Sagñay to Iriga City, bypass road. So this activity is being attended to by the following members of the BAC and TWG, starting with myself as the BAC chairperson, Attorney Mimi Anatarga, at the same time the Chief of the Right of Way Acquisition and Legal Division. On my right is Dr. Maria Chidora Pilo Santas, BAC Vice Chairperson and the Chief of the Administrative Division. On my left is Engineer Benjamin G. Vitri Jr., BAC Regular Member, and the Chief of the Quality Assurance and Technology Division. We also have Engineer Arnett L. Samson, BAC Provisional Member, and the Chief of the Maintenance Division. We have Engineer Raymond Pacifico S. Yap, BAC Assistant Head TWG, and the Assistant Chief of the Maintenance Division. Engineer Jasper L. Abainsa, BAC TWG Member from the Equipment Management Division. And Engineer Dennis N. Garby Octa, BAC TWG Member from the Planning and Design Division. Also, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our observers from the Commission Audit. We have Engineer June Briones, sir, good morning po. And we also acknowledge the presence of our representative from our prospective bidders. Please introduce yourselves po. Excuse me, kindly introduce yourself po.
Hi, good morning everyone. I'm Raul Gunyao, representative of Wind Coral Consulting Services for initial environmental examination project for Albay, project for capacity building on coastal engineering. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And also,
From 515 Life Construction Services po. Para po sa 25 CSFO F005 tsaka po 26 CSF002.
thank you. Please be informed that for contract ID number 25 CSF004, Geographic Innovations for Development Solutions Incorporated submitted their eligibility documents online or electronically for U87 series of 2020. Okay, so hence there is a quorum. Sir June, please help me to open the bid box. Also from Resta Consulting po. Also from 515 Life Construction Services. From PH System Engineers po. Also from DPWH Management Consultancy. From Shima Engineers and Associates. From Angel Lazaro and Associates International. Ascot Pacific Consultants Inc. From King Asia Inc. And lastly, for contract ID number 26 CSF002, Certeza Infosys Corp. For contract ID number 25 CSF004, Rolando C. Session Surveying Office. From ECE Engineering and Surveying Services.
Right na number 5.
Consultancy. 2025 po ngayon. ID4.
Green Color Consulting Services or GCS. Ito po sa yung ano, from Grids Mapping, ano ba? From 25 CSF004 submitted to online from Grids Mapping Better Decisions.
Hindi siya nag-attendance kasi online.
Geographic Innovations for Development Solutions Inc. 515 Live Construction Services. From CNKO Geotechnical Services. And from Orlando Secession Surveying Office.
Siya muna. Unahin natin yung contract ID 25 CSF 004. And first consultant that submitted eligibility documents is ECA Engineering and Surveying Services. Shortlisting, submission, who's to sign. And legal documents, PGF's registration valid until February 18, 2027. Registration particulars, GTI, will expire on December 5, 2027. Business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. Tax clearance will expire on September 4, 2026. And the audited financial statement was filed on April 9, 2025. Then the ITR for the previous year. PS, Banco Island Bank of the Philippines with confirmation receipt. And will be a filing reference number. Audited financial statement. ongoing for both government and private contracts which are similar in nature. They have indicated herein. For consultancy engagement, this is signed. Ongoing. With supporting notices of award. Contract. Notice of award. Contract. Then we have the statement of all government and private contracts completed, which are similar in nature. They have indicated here in green. In all, this is signed. Teka nga pala, yung data na kailangan sa ongoing, ilagay na. Ito siya, name and location, the owner, amount of contract, nature of work, then dates started and completion, and value of outstanding works or undelivered portion doon sa ongoing. For the completed, we have name of contract, location, the owner's name, amount of contract, nature of work, start date and completion date, proof of undertaking, certificates of completion, contract and certificates of completion. Certificate of completion. Certificate of acceptance. Completion and turnover. Then statement of citizenship and professional registration, which is signed with curriculum vitae of the proposed professional staff. Okay. Complying. Next is Geographic Innovation for Development Solutions Incorporated. Shortlisting, submission. Legal documents, field jobs registration valid until October 12, 2026. Registration particulars, which are part of the legal document. SEC registration, valid. Business permit will expire on January 20, 2027. Tax clearance will expire on June 25, 2027. Audited financial statement was filed on May 7, 2026. List of ongoing government and private contracts. Ang mga particulars are name of location and project, date of award of the contract, description of the project, consultant's role, contract duration 7 months, amount of contract. We have indicated tatlo, the document signed with supporting documents, contract agreement, notice of award, notice to proceed. Then we have list of completed government and private contracts, name of contract, date of award, description of consulting services, consultant's role, contract duration 6 months, hindi specific kung kailan yung nag-umpisa at kailan natapos. Well, anyway, bahala lang sila. Contract amount, proof of completion, certificate of completion. They have indicated here in 28 in all, with certificate of completion and supporting documents, certificate of completion, certificate of completion. Statement of consultant's nationality and professional qualification. This is with curriculum vitae. Then yung ITR and audited financial statement. With filing reference number, so that's duly filed the BI. Next is Rolando C. Section Surveying Office. Shortlisting, document submission, signed. Field gaps registration valid until July 6, 2026. So ngayon, valid pa siya sa ngayon. Eligibility documents. DTI will expire on May 19, 2027. Business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. Tax clearance will expire on September 15, 2026. And the audited financial statement was submitted on April 18, 2026. Then we proceed to completed projects. signed. Marami siya, actually. Ang particulars ay name and location of the project category, yung client, date of award of contract, type of consulting services rendered, the contract cost, the start date and completion date, and a consultant's role. Supporting project completion, certificate of completion, so for the certificate of completion, kanyang supporting documents. Then statement of ongoing, tatlo ang inilagay niya at it is also duly signed. Ang location indicated, project category, the client, date of award of contract, type of consulting services, project duration, as of now, start date pa lang nakalagay, hindi pa completed of course kasi ongoing, then the consultant's role. Ang supporting documents ay notices of award, notice to proceed, notice to proceed. Statement on principals and key staff. Statement of consultant specifying its nationality and regulate yung kanilang profession as registered in the PRC. This is signed. With supporting curriculum vitae, so yung kanilang audited financial statement or documents submitted online with BIR acknowledgement receipt and filing reference number. This includes income tax return and audited financial statement. Okay?
Dahil naman, wala na ito yung dito.
Next, we have
Hindi mo doon sa...
green collar consulting services. Shortlisting document submission. This is signed. Field gaps registration valid until July 2, 2027. Registration particulars, DTI certificate will expire on June 19, 2030. Registration. Business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. Tax clearance will expire on June 5, 2027. Audited financial statement was filed on May 15, 2026. Then the statement of ongoing and private contracts. In particular, they have indicated here in tatlo, this is signed. In particulars, name and location of contract, award date, brief description of the services, the role, contract amount, contract duration, and proof of undertaking. Ang mga nakalagay na proofs ay notice of award, notice to proceed, notice of award and notice to proceed, and notice of award, notice to proceed. Then, statement of completed government and private contracts. Madami siya. The document is signed, ang particulars, name and location of contract, date of and award of contract, brief description of the consulting services rendered, the consultant's role, amount of contract, the duration, and certificate of satisfactory completion. Proof I, certificate of completion, final acceptance, completion and final acceptance. So, puro completion and final acceptance. And supporting documents of mga completed projects. Of consultant specifying nationality and key staff registration with the PRC. This is signed with supporting curriculum retail. Then the audited financial statement and the ITR submitted to the BIR with acknowledged confirmation received by the BIR. Hindi tayo na lang ano pa lang. Pero sige, pakasaglan mo siya na.
So let's proceed to the second ID number.
This is 25 CSF 005. And our first consultant is Rolando C. Session Surveying Office. Submission of shortlisting documents. This is signed. Field gaps registration valid until July 6, 2026. Particulars. GTI registration will expire on May 19, 2027. Business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. Tax clearance will expire on September 15, 2026. And the audited financial statement will expire, was filed on April 18, 2026. Statement of completed government and private contracts. So marami na nakalista. Kaya kanina, but tingnan natin kung yes, the document is signed. Ang particulars ay name and location of contract, project category, the client, date of award, type of consulting services, amount of contract, start and completion date, and consultant's code. Supporting documents are certificates of completion. Then statement of ongoing government and private contracts. Tatlo ang nilagay nila. Document signed. Particulars, name and location of project, project category, the client, date of award, type of consulting services, contract cost, start and completion date. So, sa completion date, ongoing ang nakalagay. And consultant's role. Supporting documents, notice of award, notice to proceed. Notice to proceed. Contracts, notice to proceed. Statement of the consultant specifying its nationality and the required professional licenses issued by the PRC. The document is signed. With supporting curriculum vitae. Then the audited financial statement submitted online to the BIR with acknowledgement receipt from the BIR. And the filing reference number. Okay? Annual income tax return and the audited financial statement. Okay. Outline. Next is CMKO Geotechnical Services. Shortlisting documents, submission form. This is signed. Field gaps registration valid until November 28, 2026. Registration particulars, DPI, will expire on October 2, 2028. Business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. Tax clearance will expire on November 12, 2026, and the audited financial statement was filed on April 29, 2025. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. The document is signed at meron silang nilagay dito na apat. Ang particulars ay name and location of the project, date of award, type of consultant, the contract amount, start date and completion date at ongoing siya. Supporting documents ay notice of award, notice to proceed, contract documents, notice of award, notice of award. Statement of all completed and government and private contracts. Marami siyang nilagay. This is signed. Particulars ay name and location of contracts, date of award, type of consulting services, the role, amount of contract, start date and completion date. Ang mga supporting documents ay certificate of completion, financial statement submitted electronically with acknowledgement from the BIR and the filing reference number that includes the AIT, income tax return, and the audited financial statement. Anong kulang?
Statement of residence, nationality, and
Qualifications. Marami siya. Lahat. Hanapin ko lang. Kasi nakalagay dito sa certificate of completion. Okay, meron. Sige po. Statement of the consultant specifying its nationality with respective curriculum vitae. Meron. This is signed and with curriculum vitae of the professionals. Ended. Sige, okay. Complying din. Then 515 Life Construction Services. Yung 515 Life, dugtong yun. Expression of interest and eligibility document submission form signed. Omnibus, I suppose, kasi kailangan niya nang establish kung sino yung signatory. Ang signatory dito ay si Veronica Jimenez. Field Depth registration valid until June 22, 2027. Particulars, DTI will expire on February 14, 2029. Expiration date ng business permit will be on December 31, 2026. Tax clearance will expire on January 9, 2027. And the audited financial statement was filed on March 28, 2026. So, current yung mga legal documents. Let's go to completed projects. Marami siya. But please take note, ang i-consider lang ng PWH dito ay yung 10 years. 10 years lang. Within 10 years. Okay, this is signed. Ang particulars ay name and location of projects, the project category, the client, date of award, type of consulting services, project cost, start date and completion date, the consultant's role, and the supporting documents. So, certificate of completion ang mga supporting documents, of course with contract agreement and notice of award. Basta importante, may certificate of completion kasi completed projects ito. Then the ongoing, the document is signed. Isa lang ang indicate nila rito. Ang particulars ay name and location of the project, project category, the client, date of contract, type of consulting services, the project cost, start and completion date, the role, And of course, the specific services. Supporting document is notice to proceed, contract agreement, notice of award. Then the statement of consultants, nationality, and confirmation as registered professionals. This is signed. Then we proceed to with EFTS filing reference number. So officially filed to the BIR. Okay.
Okay.
Engineering services. Registration valid until October 22, 2026. Registration particulars. GPI will expire on September 13, 2028. Business permit will expire on April 21, 2027. Tax clearance will expire on June 10, 2027. And the audited financial statement was filed on March 20. Then, list of the completed projects. Marami. The document is signed. Particulars, name and location of the project, project category, the client, date of type of consulting service, project cost, the start and completion date, supporting documents, consultant's role and specific services, certificate of completion, notice of award, notice to proceed, contract, notice of award, notice to proceed, contract. Then we go to the ongoing list of ongoing is signed and they have indicated herein not applicable. So I believe ang sinasabi nila rito not applicable ay none. Wala sa ngayon. Statement of consultants' nationality and PRC registration. With supporting curriculum vitae. Then the BIR acknowledgement receipt of the filed AITR and AFS, audited financial statement, with filing reference number. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 11 pa. Next. Next is contract ID 26 CSF 002. Kasama itong preliminary detailed engineering and design. DED ba ito? PED lang. So first consultant is EH Season Engineers Company. Shortlisting. Signed. Diligence registration valid until January 29, 2027. Particulars. Legal documents. SEC certificate registered on November 3, 1993. Business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. Will expire on October 9, 2026. Audited financial statement was filed on April 24, 2026. So, nilagay niya pa rin yung mga supporting documents sa legal na yun. Pero anyway, current naman, hindi na natin siya i-verify na lang siya ng DPWH. Then, ongoing projects, list of ongoing. 1, 2, 3. Proceed to the completed. Madami. Teka, nabasa ko ba yung particulars mo? Name and location of projects, project category, the client, date of award, type of consulting services, the contract cost. Then the start and completion date, ongoing yung completion of course. Consultants role. Okay, yung on complete particulars, name and location of project, project category, client, date of award, type of consulting services, the cost, project cost. Then project duration, start and completion date, consultant's role. At saka yung mga supporting documents. Certificates of completion. Certificates of completion. Then, statement on consultant's nationality and confirmation as registered professional. This is signed. Supporting. Sige. Unahin ko na ito kasi yung supporting documents na curriculum vitae parehas nung nauna sa second part ng document. So meron supporting curriculum vitae ng mga professionals. Nandito lahat. This was income tax return and the audited financial statement. Okay. yung authority ng signatory for the submission is meron. Secretary certificate and the omnibus warrant statement. Sa secretary certificate, designated si Efren Season, signed and notarized. And so, sa authority of the signatory, complied. Yung una siya doon sa pangatlo. Ito 2 volumes din. Si King Engineers Company. Shortlisting document submission form is signed. Philgap's registration valid until March 19, 2027. Registration particulars. Sex certificate. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance valid until December 26, 2026. And the audited financial statement was filed on March 18, 2026. So, nakatouch pa rin yung mga legal documents dun sa registration particular sa PhilGeps. Statement of completed. And all. This is signed. Services. The contract cost. Start date and completion date and the project duration, the role, and the support certificate of completion. Then we proceed to the statement of ongoing projects. We have submitted 2 documents is also signed, particulars, name and location of project, project category, client, date of award, type of consultancy, start date and completion date is still ongoing, the consultant role, scoping documents, notice of award, notice to proceed. Then notice of award. Contract documents. Then we'll proceed. Meron na siyang sinubmit na current workload. Relative capacity. Statement of key staff for consulting services, including nationality. This is signed. So, yung second page niya ay ito yung mga curriculum retain non-personnel plus yung financial documents. Income tax return submitted electronically with acknowledgement receipt from the BIR. So, kasama dito yung annual income tax return and audited financial statement. Okay? At meron na rin siya dito authority of the signatory kasi company, registered as a company. Ang partner has authorized to be the signatory for these eligibility documents. Okay. Then we have 515 Live Construction Services. So, proprietor siya. Eligibility document submission form signed. Nag-issue din siya na omnibus earning statement niya sa sarili niya. Then, field jobs registration valid until June 22, 2027. Registration particulars. DTI registration will expire on February 14, 2029. Business permit will expire on January 9, 2027. Audited financial statement was 6. Then list of completed projects. So this the document is signed on particulars, name and location of projects, project category, client, date of award, contract, type of consulting services rendered, project cost, completion date. Okay, then the role ng consultant. Supporting documents ay notice of award, notice to proceed, contract agreement, certificate of completion. Then we proceed with ongoing. So, isa lang ang nakalagay dito. But the document is signed, particulars, name and location of project, project category, the client, date of contract, type of consulting services, the project cost, start and completion date. Okay, ongoing pa siya. But it is slated to be completed by September 7, 2026. 100% consulting control. Then the supporting documents. Contract agreement. PRC registration. Nationality signed. PRC registration. income tax return to the ITR, audited financial statement. Filed through the PTPS Land Bank, pero may PFPS payment pa rin siya. Then Vesta Consulting Company. Shortlisting documents submission form signed. Legal documents. PLF registration valid until April 8, 2027. Registration particulars, sex certificate. Comply. Business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. Tax clearance will expire on October 13, 2026. The audited financial statement was filed on April 30, 2025. Technical documents, ongoing contracts. Document signed listed herein are 2 ongoing contracts. Particulars, name and location of contract, date of award, description of the consulting services, consultant role, amount of the contract, duration. And the supporting documents. Notice of award. Then it received to completed. Walo ang nilagay nila rito. The document is signed. Particulars are name and location of the contract, date of award, type and brief description of the consulting services rendered, consultant's role, amount of contract, contract duration. Contract duration na dito ay nilagay niya yung from start to finish. Then, satisfactory completion ng mga supporting documents. Certificate of completion and acceptance. Completion. Statement of consultant's nationality and confirmation. The document is signed. With supporting curriculum vitae. Then the financial documents, the annual income tax return, with BIR confirmation of receipt, and with the FPS. Audited financial statement. So, dalawang, isa lang. Isang volume lang. Next is DJMB Management Consultancy. Shortlisting documents, submission forms, document signed. Management consultancy, single proprietorship, so pero nag-issue pa rin siya ng authority of the signatory. So inisyo niya yung sarili niya ng authority. Then QGEP's registration valid until August 29, 2026, valid, still valid. Registration particulars, DTI certificate will expire on July 16, 2030. Business permit will expire on June 4, 2027. Tax clearance will expire on May 14, 2027. And the audited financial statement was filed on April 22, 2026. So we proceed to statement of completed projects. Bali, marami. But importante rito, the document should be signed at meron siyang signature box. Signed my signature box with Daniel Manzano, General Manager of DJMB. Particulars, name and location of project, project category, client, date of award, type of consulting services, awarded contract, the cost of the contract, start date and completion date, and the supporting documents. So, right here. Contract agreement, notice of award, notice to proceed. Award, NPP. Meron siyang mga certificate of completion, nakahiwalay. Merong certificate of completion. Kasi naka-date ang ano niya, year. Statement of ongoing. Signed indicating that isa lang project. Particulars, name and location of project, project category, the client, date of award, type of consulting services, project cost, start and completion, and consultant's role. Notice of award, notice of proceed. Contract agreement. Statement on citizenship and professional registration, this design. And professional registration. Then the curriculum vitae of the experts. acknowledgement received ng BIR ng submission ng AFS and ITR. So, ITR, may filing reference number and the audited financial statement. Okay? Compliant. Example. We have schema, engineers, and then associates. Listing document submission form. Signed. Field Jobs registration valid until March 31, 2027. Registration particulars, sex certificate. Registration date January 31, 2007. Business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. The tax clearance will expire on July 31, 2026. Still valid. Audited financial statement was filed on April 21, 2026. List of completed projects. Maraming nakalista but duly signed. Particulars, name and location of project, project category, client, date of award, the type of consulting services, contract cost, project duration, start and completion date, consultant's role. Then, yung kanyang mga supporting documents, notice of award, notice to proceed, contract agreement, and certificate of completion. Then the ongoing, may nakalagay siyang isa. The form is duly signed. Particulars, name of location, name and location of project, project category, client, date of award, type of consulting services, awarded contract cost, project duration from start to completion, then the role of the consultant, supporting documents, notice of award, contract agreement, statement specifying nationality and registration as professionals, document signed and with the listing. Also signed with supporting curriculum vitae of the professionals. Then the financial statement duly received by the BIR, filed electronically. ITR and the audited financial statement. Okay. Compliant. Then we have ASCOT with double T. ASCOT Pacific Consultants Incorporated. Shortlisting documents, submission form, signed. Field Jobs registration, valid until November 5, 2026. Registration particulars, SEC registration, registered on October 1, 2020, 2004, business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. Tax clearance will expire on May 19, 2027. Audited financial statement was filed on April 15, 2026. Statement of completed. We have around 9 duly signed yung document. Particulars, name and location of project, project category, the client, date of award, types of consulting services rendered, contract cost, start and completion date, and the consultant's role. Supporting documents, final completion, photo final completion date. Then, statement of ongoing, they have declared 3, document is signed. Particulars, name and location of project, project category, client, date of award, type of consulting services, contract cost, project duration, start and completion date, still ongoing, and the role of the consultant, supporting document, contract, entity, then statement of the consultant specifying its nationality, and professional licenses with curriculum vitae of the technical personnel, financial documents, the audited financial statement, the ITR, and my filing reference number and acknowledgement receipt by the BIR. This is for the 2025. 24, 2023. Okay, next. 2024.
Nine.
Okay na lang. Tama. Yes. Then, Certeza Infosys Corporation, shortlisting document submission, this is signed. Certificate, at interesado ako sa field trip. Field trip registration. Valid until February 24, 2027. Registration particulars, SEC certificate, registered as of November 15, 2005. Business permit will expire on December 31, 2026. Tax clearance will expire on July 29, 2026. Audited financial statement was filed on April 13, 2026. Contract. So now na yung completed contracts. So marami ang nilagay nila, but the document is duly signed. At ang particulars ay name and location of project, project category, client, date of award of contract, type of consulting services rendered, the contract cost, start and completion date, the role, and the proof of undertaking or proof of completion is the certificate of completion issued by the owner of the project. Actually, yung certificate of completion niya ay kadapat-tanggol pa ang sunir na contract. Pero si Edith, babara na yung certificate of completion. So, basta may mga certificates of completion. And we have the statement of ongoing projects. So, madami-dami din to. Document is signed. Particulars, name and location of project, project category, client, date of award, type of consulting services, award contract cost, project duration. Actually, yung isa dito, karamihan dito ay waiting for final approval. Consultant's role. Notice to proceed. Notice of award. Yung iba. Then statement of consultant's nationality. Document is signed. Then, meron silang matrix ng mga professionals indicating the degrees and the nationality signed with supporting curriculum detail. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then the audited financial statement, ITR, and ITR is with filing reference number. And BIR, Independent Auditors Report, AFS. With acknowledgement receipt from the BIR, July 2025, ito naman yung 2024. Comply. May salamat. May infra pa. Next, Angel Lazaro and Associates International. Shortlisting document submission form. Signed. Dahil mga partnership ito, kasi may associates, may secretary certificate, authorizing ang class auditor signatory. Okay. Field gaps registration, valid until September 29, 2026. Registration particulars, secretary certificate. The business permit, February 19, 2027, tax clearance, September 2, 2026, and the audited financial statement, April 14, 2026, yung filing. Nalakas pa rin siya ng kanyang secretary filing. Statement of ongoing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apat ang kanyang dineclare. Document is signed. Particulars, name and location of the contract, date of award of the contract, time, and description of the consulting services rendered, the consultant's role, contract amount, duration from start to completion date. At yung this is ongoing. Supporting documents ay contract agreement, subconsultant siya. Then contract agreement, NTP. Then we go to the completed madami siya, but the document is signed, duly signed. Particulars, name and location of the contract, date of award of the contract, type and brief description of consulting services, consultant's role, amount of contract, contract duration, includes start and completion date, and the proof of undertaking. So, release of retention. Certificate of completion, certificate of completion. Certificate of completion. And the statement of consultants, nationality and professional licenses registration. This is signed with supporting curriculum, detail. Isa lang ba ito? Baka na-miss ko yun. Okay, nasa unahan pala yung audited financial statement yung mga financial components. Audited financial statement. With acceptance from the BIR and filing a reference number for the income tax return for the year 2025. Last, KE Asia Incorporated. KE, K. Shortlisting, submission form, signed. Dahil incorporated siya, nag-issue siya ng Secretary Certificate authorizing Jonathan Tino as the signatory. Okay. The director. Field Gaps registration valid until January 9, 2027. Registration particulars. SEC registration registered as of September 3, 1996. Business permit valid until January 28, 2027. Tax clearance will expire on November 6, 2026. Audited financial statement was filed on March 18, 2026. So yung kanyang SEC registration, nakakad. Business permit, tax clearance. Then we proceed to the completed projects. This is signed. So marami siya. Ang particulars ay name and location of project, project category, the client, date of contract, the project cost, start and completion dates, and proof of undertaking. So, ang sabi niya, mga certificates of completion. Proof na, full certificates of completion yung nabibigay. Then, the ongoing, tatlo ang nakadeclare, duly signed by Jonathan Aquino, authorized signatory. At ang particulars ay name and location of the project, project category, client, date of contract, type of consulting services, the cost, the contract cost, the start and completion date. Of course, yung completion date is still ongoing, yung naka-indicate, and the proof of undertaking, the supporting documents, notice to proceed, and contracts. Financial component, BIR, AFS, this is for 2025. receipt. Duly acknowledged by the BIF is submission. Then for the 2025, acknowledged by the BIF, audited financial statement. And the ITR. Tapos na ba natin yung professional? Yung
Nationality.
nationality, yun ang hinahanap ko. Okay. Ito yung specifying nationality and professional registrations. The document is signed. Then yung mga curriculum detail ng kanyang personnel. Okay? Complying? Okay. Tapos na? 10 na?
Kasi dun sa attendance mo may dalawang occupy.
Dalawa yung na-occupy. Sampung lang daw pala nito.
Thank you, Sir Bench. Just pakita naman una. Okay, for contract ID number 25 CSF 004, as you can see, all the four prospective bidders, PC Engineering and Surveying Services, Geographic Innovations for Development of Solutions, Rolando Secession Surveying Office, Green Collar Consulting Services are compliant. For next contract ID, just next contract ID, 25 CSF 004, the same, compliant, Orlando Secession Surveying Office, CKMO Geotechnical Services, 515 Life Construction Services, TB Geological and Geotechnical Engineering Services, and for last contract ID number, 26 CSF 002, all the 10 prospective bidders in the name of the following: DHC Engineers Corporation, K Engineers Co., 515 Life Construction Services, Judging Spelling ng Construction, Vesta Consulting Co., DJMB Management Consultancy, Shema Engineers and Associates, ASCAT Pacific Consultants Inc., Certeza Infosys Corp., Angel Lasal and Associates International, and KP Asia Inc. So the aforementioned prospective builders will undergo shortlisting under Section 53 of RA 12009 and its implementing rules and regulations. And upon determination of the shortlisted bidders, the bank shall recommend the same to the home for approval. So may I ask when is our schedule for the opening of the shortlisted bidders?
Yung shortlisting ng report, kailan siya, when will it be ready?
Yung resource yung dalawang
Sabay na natin. Kasi mamaya may activity. Sabay-sabay na natin.
Bukas na lang. And so yung result, yung report ng TWG will be ready tomorrow. And dun sa pangatlong binuksan natin, 10 kayo. At I believe yung advertisement natin, we will only be qualifying shortlist. Ito lang. So, i-ranking kayo doon sa shortlisting. Hanggang number 7 lang yung papasok sa shortlist. Assuming na lahat kayo ay makakasali sa shortlist, pero yung top 7 lang ilalagay. Pero kung may mababagsak sa shortlisting naman ay kung ilan lang yung na-qualify. Tama ba ako?
So, any question po from our observers from the consultancy?
Okay.
Okay na po.
Sa amin, ma'am, i-notify kami through email if we are shortlisted.
Ino-notify kayo kung
Okay.
pag na-approve ni Hope yung shortlisting, ino-notify yung mga shortlisted at ino-notify din yung mga hindi pumasok sa shortlist, yung mga non-shortlist. Pero doon sa mga shortlisted, meron ng advice doon na kayo lang ang allowed na umattend ng pre-bid conference at saka para bumili ng bid docs. Okay.
Tapos may ano pa ba yan? May site visit pa na need for wala na.
Diba sa omnibus warning statement, doon sa bidder's responsibilities, although 4 lang nakalitaw doon, pero kung titingnan ninyo yung buong enumeration doon, may nakalagay doon na site visit, kung gusto nyo rin lang naman.
Pero not, ano siya, hindi siya
Ang importansya kasi ng site visit ay para malaman ninyo kung kaya nyo yung trabaho o hindi. Para that will also guide you to help you kung sasali kayo sa bidding o hindi. Kasi baka mamaya sumali kayo, nanalo kayo, then later on, dun sa actual, hindi nyo pala kaya. Nag-issue na kayo ng secretary certificate na compliant kayo doon sa omnibus warning statement ninyo. Kasi hindi nyo tatanggapin, may sanction kayo doon.
pero hindi siya mandatory na kailangan na. Kasi yung iba, yung parang sa poll, required ng certificate na nagpunta talaga. Nandito,
Well, sa amin, the fact na pinirmahan ninyo yung omnibus warning statement na compliant kayo doon at yung site visit is indicated doon na nagkanda kayo. Ang assumption doon ay nagkanda kayo. So, ganun lang yun.
so, kasi nandito na ako, puntahan ko na sana mamaya. After nito, kita ko lang.
Oh,
Magpasama na ako.
ito, taga-planning si Dennis, alam niya yung mga lugar.
Okay, sige. Thank you. Thank you po.
Ano ma'am, yung infra, i-receive na natin para mamaya kung malaman. Opo, sige.
So, for those here present, thank you for being with us, and also to our viewers watching us right now. So, the submission infrastructure projects to be built. So, yun sir.
Opening lang ng bid box. Yung malapit na. Off mo na siya. Off mo na.
Thank you po.
Pwede na.
Pinuli si Madam para sa